Welcome back to the channel, you guys. We got a very exciting one for you today. We will be installing a brand new muffler on our 2024 F150 Tremor, and not just any muffler. This is the Flowmaster Outlaw series. Now, this isn't a full cat back exhaust. This is just a muffler swap. We're taking out the OEM muffler and we're going to be putting this aftermarket muffler in. No cutting required, just a couple simple bolts, and just pulling apart the OEM exhaust will be the hardest part. So I'm currently on my way to go pick up the muffler right now. For those of you that don't know, I live in Canada. I'm right on the cusp of the Canada-US border. My house is about 5 miles from the US border. So I often get a lot of stuff shipped to the US parcel service, and then I go pick it up and bring it home. And then that way I'm just stuck paying the custom fees and not the high shipping fees from the US to Canada. So we're on our way right now to pick up the muffler. We'll get it home, we'll do an unboxing on it, and then we'll get it installed and do a bunch of sound clips. We'll do the OEM sound clips versus the aftermarket sound clips and all that good stuff. So stay tuned for that, you guys. I'm very, very excited to hear how it sounds. Hey, good day. Just a Mankey's. Pick up a muffler for my truck.
Make it louder or
A little loud, hopefully. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Mankey's parcel.
Okay, total value of all goods with you?
404 American.
Okay, what is it?
It's a muffler.
Okay, leave your vehicle here, comes out of all your receipts.
Okay. So we got the truck in the garage. It is getting quite cold out these days. I already got the heater turned on right there, and the garage is nice and warm. We got snow all over the ground, which isn't fun. I mean, it is fun, I guess, but it's not ideal for making content. Truck's always dirty. You kind of have to clean it before making your videos, especially if you want to work underneath. You don't want a bunch of mud and crud falling on you while you're doing it, such as putting an exhaust on your truck. So here it is, you guys. This is the Flowmaster direct bolt-on muffler. Here's this sort of spec sheet right here, and it's the Outlaw direct fit muffler, 21 to 2024 F150s, and it fits all the variations of engines: 2.7 liter EcoBoost, 3.5 liter EcoBoost, the 5 liter, and it says non-hybrid engines. So I'm guessing the power boost it will not work with, and it's 409S stainless steel system. So should be a very, very easy install here, you guys, and let's get to unboxing it. And that is awesome. So here it is up close, you guys. 3-inch bolt-on muffler from Flowmaster, and it is their Outlaw series, which is usually regarded as their louder one. And it is made of 409S stainless steel. 304 would have been a little bit better, just because it holds up a little bit better to our climate, our winters, and the road salt and all that stuff. If you're down in the south, the 409 stainless steel is definitely a good way to go. It's cheaper than the 304 typically. But this should hold up. I've had lots of 409 stainless steel exhausts in the past, and I've never had any issues. Maybe a little bit more surface rust than you usually see on your 304, but no actual performance issues. Kit also comes with these 2 clamps, which from this quick description right here, go on the end of our 2 tailpipes right here. So let's get underneath the truck and we'll start moving the OEM exhaust so we can get this bad boy put in place. All right, so coming underneath the truck, we have our OEM muffler, we have our OEM resonator, and that is staying. And right here is where our connection point is going to be for the new muffler. What we're going to do is we're going to loosen this coupling right here. We're going to want to make sure that we take off the muffler hanger. So take out those 2 bolts. I find it easier just to removing the bolts for now, rather than trying to have to work off this kind of arrowhead through this muffler. As well as we have up above on top of the muffler here, we have another hanger right there, and we're going to take that bolt off. We have our other 2 clips right there, our muffler clamps. So those 2 right there, and we have the muffler hanger right there. This guy right here, and then those 2 right there. So these 2 here are just 10 mils. To get a ratchet for this guy because I can't fit my drill up there. I'm gonna take a flathead screwdriver, I'm gonna try to pry this flap up, and then hopefully it'll clear this guy here, and then we can kind of pull everything out. And I'm gonna do the same for the ones over here as well. This up here a bit. Until we can clear that. So that looks like it's pretty close. I think that should be good. See, this one is slightly different with this little weird tab here. So I have to find a way to flip this tab. Yeah, just like that. There. That should actually be good enough. Then we'll do the same for this guy here. Just put it underneath. Just kind of give it a poke up. There we go. It is coming loose, so there we go. So we're gonna reuse that. So we got the OEM muffler out, you guys, and just look at the difference. Like that is, look at this muffler versus that one. And I get, you can see right here, like it's obviously not a straight through muffler. You can see the weld marks where the baffles are inside here. Now I will say this, my truck is brand new. I only got, 3,000 miles on it. If you're doing this on a truck that's, 6, 7, 8 years old, this would not be fun. If everything's rusted and seized on there, that would be a shitty job to try to take all this off. So do this mod as soon as you can. Save yourself the grief in the future. And let's get to putting this bad boy on right here. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to try to connect it to these tailpipes first, and then we'll get it all on the hangers and then put the last resonator pipe on. All right, so I got these two tailpiece sections into the muffler. And then we got it on the hanger down there. So we just need to put the resonator pipe back in. So I'll get that put in right now, and then we'll go ahead and we'll tighten everything up. So everything's connected, but our exhaust tips are a little janky. Definitely not happy with that. And the same with the other guy here. So now we just have to figure out what we gotta do to straighten that out. Then once these are nice and straight, we can hammer everything home. All right, so I'm pretty sure I got the tailpipes nice and straight again. And we'll see how they look at a distance. But all you do is once you get your muffler in, they might be a little janky to begin with, so you just loosen this guy off, and then you have the ability to twist this and move this however you want, and then slam it back down. So you have lots of play at this last foot of tailpiece here once you loosen off this coupler here. So that's very nice that they did that, and it allows you to really get these dialed in and back on center. So I went ahead and I just tightened everything back up because we were pretty much done at this point. So I got the main clamp over here tightened back up, as well as the hanger there. And then I got the two clamps up there all tightened down. So as far as I'm concerned, we are good. And we can start it up and see what she sounds like. Got to the highway, and I'm just gonna slow her down a little bit, and then we'll open her up, and then we'll get to highway cruising speeds. You'll see how much drone we have in the cab. I'm just leaving town now, so haven't got up to those speeds yet. So far so good. Just very happy with the sound overall so far. The drone's gonna be the main thing. So all right, now we can give her. well you guys can hear that, the microphone, but we'll pull over, we'll do some out of truck sounds, and we'll spin the tires, do some donuts, and we'll get really into it so you guys get a full grasp of what the exhaust sounds like outside the truck. The main concern right now is the drone on the inside of the truck. There is a little bit of drone inside the cab, but it's not an irritating drone, it's just like a low rumble. It's not like ear piercing or deafening, and you would still be able to hear or have conversation with your passengers in the back, or in the passenger seat. Like I don't have to raise my voice to talk, so it's not loud, but there is a bit of a drone. It's not that annoying drone where your ears are gonna be bleeding after a couple hours. It's just a low rumble that you can hear inside the cab, which I didn't have in my last truck. My last truck, I had like a $3,000 exhaust in my last truck system, so it was a very nice setup, and there was no drone on it, and it sounded great. And this sounds really nice too. A lot of a lower tone, a lot less aggressive. Maybe after the exhaust works itself in over time, you know, maybe gets a little bit covered in soot and all that stuff, you know, that'll kind of fix itself. So I'll give you a little in-cab sound, and I'm at, you know, obviously I'm at dead stop right now, and we'll punch it, and we'll go right to 60 or a little bit past that, but we're gonna punch it, and then you guys have an idea what it sounds like in the cab, just at a full aggressive punch. So you guys just saw a couple pulls there. We did a couple back and forth, just to give you an idea of what the exhaust sounds like at a pull. Now we're in a nice ice, snow-covered parking lot, so I'm gonna do some donuts so you can really hear how it sounds from sort of a spectator's point of view. And just a couple talking points that I missed early on in the video. Flowmaster did some dynos on this muffler, and they claim they saw 16 horsepower at the wheels as well as 21 foot-pounds of torque, which is very significant for a modification like this. Exhaust can be hit or miss sometimes whether you gain or lose power. Some people claim that straight pipe in your truck you lose power. So it's nice to see those gains as well as that sound increase. So I'm gonna set the camera up now, we'll do some donuts, and then you guys can really hear what she sounds like. So I hope that soundbite did you guys justice on whether or not this is a route you want to pursue when it comes to your F-150. And we almost lost it trying to get that sound bit. I kind of underestimated just how slippery it was underneath. And you can see my tracks in the snow here. We were coming in pretty hard at these pulls here, and I was hard on the brakes. And at the last second, I throttled out, just narrowly missing this last pull over here. So very, very close call, and a little bit of a scare there. So we almost lost it. We were about a foot away from this pole, and that would have done some significant damage to the truck. Like that thing is sturdy in the ground there. So we would have ripped apart the whole side of the truck. So thank goodness we just missed that. And a little bit of a scare there, because I'm not joking when I say this is very icy, you guys. I don't know if you can see the glare of the headlight off the ice there, but like this is, as I almost slip, but this is pure ice right here. Like it is, the whole lot is pure ice. So like I said, I underestimated it, and we almost lost her. But coming back to the truck, you guys, I personally think this is the best route to go when it comes to getting a little extra sound out of your truck. Because the Fords have the 3-inch exhaust from factory already, all you need is a muffler, because most exhausts, that's all catback exhausts, all they are is just a 3-inch muffler. So with just, if you're looking for a bit of a sound upgrade, save yourself the money, get yourself a bolt-in muffler from Flowmaster, because as far as I'm aware, they're the only ones that offer it. They have their Outlaw series, which we just installed, as well as a more milder version if you don't want the aggressive sound and maybe want to try to steer away from the cabin drone. So here's a little sound of what it sounds like at idle, just so you guys can kind of hear it. Just a nice little rumble there. And I am just beyond happy how far this truck has come in such a small amount of time. I'm just in love with this truck, and I want to thank all of you guys for making it possible. The channel's been growing significantly lately. It's just been awesome, and it's all because of you guys. So I really, really appreciate everything you guys helped me do. And as always, if you have any comments, any concerns, any questions, make sure you guys do comment below. And as always, thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.